Welcome back, guys. Today I've got well, an overbuilt fixed blade. And any excuse I can use to pull out my overbuilt crazy folder, the Peacemaker, I'm going to do because I think this might be a decent comparison to the Buck Hoodlum. So the Buck Hoodlum was loaned in by my buddy Rob from the Random Rob channel, and I will put a link to his channel down below because not only is he into watches, but he is also into knives. And not only am I into knives, but I'm also into watches. That's how we met and have become really good friends ever since. So, as we all know, the Peacemaker is a ridiculously crazy large folding knife. All right? Well, let's just set that off to the side a little bit, right there. And let's talk about the Buck Hoodlum. Now, this is a discontinued knife, but Rob was funny enough to send this over. Now, it does have double retention in the sheath, and in some things, when you're jumping out of aircraft and whatnot, I understand that you need to have double retention. So let me kind of move that off to the side because the light is kind of bugging it. And I'm going to put the sheath off to the side because, well, there's just not enough room on the table for everything. Yeah, let's just get a quick size comparison out of the way with the Peacemaker. Yeah. So this is a crazy big outdoor survival type knife that actually has some pretty good functions, for camping and outdoorsing. So let's just dive into the specs real quick. It's just under 16 inches overall. The blade is 10 inches. The edge is 9 3/8. Weighs in at only 14.9 ounces, which is considerably lighter than the Peacemaker. At 14 ounces, this really is something you could carry all weekend long camping. Yeah. As you can see, it is well loved. He has gotten a lot of use out of this. He has sharpened it numerous times, it looks like, but it is still really sharp. It is out of 5160 carbon steel. Has a nice micarta handle that has some liners there, so it does reduce shock if you are chopping and whatnot. It is 0.228 blade thickness, and the overall handle thickness is 0.810. So it feels great in the hand. Like, this really just feels good. So you'll notice this notch in the blade. It has some function and it has some negativity. It is primarily for scoring bone, and it's a great pickup for the handle to pick up a pot out of the fire, is kind of one of its intended uses as well. Now, I have seen some other videos and whatnot where that's a weak point in the blade, and several people have broken the blade right there. I'm sure that's happened. But overall, man, it's a great knife. Another cool feature is it does have a lanyard hole here, and the shape of this is in such a way where you can, hammer in this way, doing tent stakes, building shelters, whatnot. You can also pummel it in this type of a manner and just hammer down straight on it that way. So it's kind of a useful butt end of this fixed blade. It is light enough with its nylon Cordura sheath that there is some plastic on the inside to keep it formed, that you could wear this. It doesn't look like Rob has used the sheath as a carrying mechanism, but it's easy on and off because you can just undo this and then slide it over your belt. But all in all, it's pretty cool little camp knife. So the handle is removable. so that you could lash this to a stick, a pole, or something to turn into a spear of some sort if you needed to do that for hunting or whatnot. I mean, it's got some really good options for use, and Rob has used it. So we saw the size comparison next to the Peacemaker, but I also have another, kind of decent size fixed blade camping type knife is the SE5. Well, it really holds no comparison to the Hoodlum, which is a great name for this also. I mean, it's just kind of awesome. But while we're here, just not to disappoint, I'm just going to throw the Sharpie right there because, well, yeah, just to really give you guys a size, a comparison that makes some sense, I think. Yeah. And because it's what I do, how about the Spider Codelica as I put the SE5 away? So, again, guys, this is, if you're into outdoorsing, if you're into camping, this would be a great pickup. They are discontinued, but I really kind of wanted to show it because it's just so stinking cool. So let me know what you think about fixed blades in general. Are you carrying them? Do you go camping? Are you outdoorsy and do you carry a fixed blade? Or if you are not outdoorsy, do you still carry a small fixed blade? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I have a couple of smaller neck knives that I will once in a while carry. It just depends on where I'm going and what I'm doing. So, but I do know a lot of people that carry a small, 2 or 3 inch fixed blade with them all the time. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that stuff too. All right? Thanks, guys. I greatly appreciate your time, and we'll see you on the next one.